In this video, I'm going to be revealing a common tactics that natives are using to defraud people of their hard-earned money, especially those that are doing land banking and they are going to underdeveloped place to buy land in acres and in hectares. Those that are buying land in large quantities. In Port Harcourt, we call them the native indigenous, and in places like Lagos, they are being referred to as the Omoniles. So I'm going to be revealing the tactics that they are using to defraud people of their hard-earned money. What I'm going to be revealing to you today, I'm going to be giving a case study of what we have seen happen in Port Harcourt. But what I'm going to be revealing today is not what is just happening in Port Harcourt. It is also what is happening in Lagos and other parts of the country. But the case study I'm going to be giving today is what I have seen happen in Port Harcourt. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Chris Asika. Please do to subscribe to our channel, click on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we post new videos, and also do to give this video a thumbs up. My goal in this video is not to paint a particular set of people to be dubious or evil. That is not my goal in this video. In this video, I am just going to be using what we have seen happening here to give advice to people that would want to invest. Now, this is a common tactic used by natives to defraud people of their money. If you see a large expanse of land that you want to buy, like let's say maybe what you want to buy is like a 1,000 plot of land, and you ask about the owners of the land. In most cases, such kind of land is not owned by just one family. In most cases, such land is owned by different families, like let's say like up to 4 or 5 families. Now, if you ask for the owners of the land, this is what they normally do. They are going to list, if maybe there are 5 families that owns the land, they will list 3 families as the owners of the land. And when they list that 3 families as the owner of the land, they will intentionally omit the name of 2 families. Now, when they omit the name of 2 families and you went ahead with that transaction and you finish paying for the land, after you must have done paying for the land, the remaining 2 families that their name were intentionally omitted, they are going to come back and they will tell you that that land belongs to them and they were not part of the transaction, and they are going to start causing trouble until you pay them. Now, the 2 families that were omitted, they are going to come back to start claiming ownership of the land that you bought. And the truth is that the land which you bought is originally owned by those 2 families inclusive, but they were omitted. But the truth is that they were not omitted when they were sharing the money. They were not omitted. This is just a planned work. They will come back to start claiming ownership of what you have acquired, telling you that they are not part of the transaction since their names were omitted from the transaction. And now, if you put up your fence in that place, they are going to bring down the fence, that the property which you bought belongs to them and they were not part of the transaction. And because they were not part of the transaction, they will not allow you to take possession of the land. Now, you'll be left with 2 options. It is either you share some part of the land and you give to the family that claim that they were not included in the transaction, or you will have to now settle that family that claim that they were not included in the transaction. You now have to settle them afresh. But if you refuse these 2 options, the next option is to go to court, and of which, if you go to court, that matter may linger in the court for even the next 10 years. And while that matter is in the court, the same family will be selling that land to the public while that matter is still in court. We have seen a lot of cases here in Port Harcourt where such kind of things are happening. A land that is under litigation, the family that owns the land will be selling it while the land is under litigation. Another way to go about this is this: if maybe you buy some acres of land from them, they are going to allow you, after you finish payment, they are going to allow you to fence your land, and you just come there one day and you will notice that the whole fence that you have fenced the land, you just notice that they have brought down the whole fence. And when you get there, they are going to tell you that the land which you bought is under dispute, that the family that sold the land to you were not the original owners of the land, and they are going to threaten you with guns and weapons that if they see you there again, that you are not going to leave that place alive. Some people that are not strong enough, they will disappear from there and you will never see them there again. I've seen such kind of cases here in Port Harcourt. After threatening the person will run for his or her life, and the person will never return back there again. And the same people that sold that land to him will still go back to resell the land to other people. So these are some of the ways that they go about to defraud people of their hard-earned money. Now, what is the solution to all of this problem? What is the solution? If you want to buy a land from the indigenous community, how do you go about it that you are not going to fall victim to this cheap scam? The first thing you're going to do is to work with an insider. An insider, it might be somebody who is from that particular community or somebody that is a member of that family, and of course you are going to pay the person very well, so the person is not going to betray you. If you work with an insider, the person is going to be like a spy to you, and the person is going to tell you the real truth about who owns the property that you want to buy. The next thing you're going to do is this: since you're buying large expanse of land, it is very risky. If you're buying land and you're not working with the traditional rulers of that community, you are throwing away your money. If you are buying land, if maybe you're buying up to like 1,000 plots, it is very important that you involve the king of that community. And of course, involving the king, it is going to cost you money, but since what you're doing is a big transaction, you involve the rulers of that community, the family heads of that community. You involve all of them and make sure that they are aware of that transaction and they consented to that transaction, because if they consented to that transaction, then it is going to be very difficult for them to deny it in the future. If you do these two things by involving an insider and also you involve the traditional rulers and the heads of that community, then you are going to be safer if you go ahead with such kind of transaction. If you have gotten value from this video, please do well to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell notification so you'll be notified when we post new videos, and also do well to give this video a thumbs up. Till I come your way next time, my name is Chris Asika.